right, part 2 of DIY washing machine replacement. Here's the new baby. I offered the man $250 cash and he said yes. And you know, it's a decent deal. I got this one because it is going to be large enough to wash my king size comforter. He gave me a 30-day guarantee. Not so much in writing because of the cash thing, but I guaranteed him that I will be back in his store if for some reason it doesn't work the 30 days. I wanted to show you, so I'm reusing these hoses, which is not necessarily recommended, but I did replace them the last time around. You can see they're getting a little worn. They're bent, but they're not like, it's not dry and brittle and cracking. And in there, you can probably see there is a washer. It is advised to replace those washers. I forgot to buy some. I don't want to dig in my shed. So I'm just going to put it back on with these washers, partly because I just took the old one off like less than an hour ago. So they haven't had time to dry out and crack. So I wanted to point that out because if the washers are dried out and cracking, definitely replace those. It's an easy thing to do. They cost like $1 and then, or you know, like $5, however much these days. But in any case, worth doing right. Same with these hoses, by the way, but in this case, I'm reusing them. And I took the I took this old hose off in the last video, this old one, but it turns out this one has a different setup. So I don't know if you can see that. It's partway through, and it's a flimsier hose, really, newer one, as many newer ones are flimsier, right? Anyway, I just wanted to point all that out and also say that when you go to put these on, whether you've replaced these hoses and washers or not, be sure that you put them on, like you shouldn't have to force this at all. So it should line up and go on like real easy to screw just like that by hand. If it's misaligned at all, you don't want to force it because you can mess up those plastic little doohickeys there. And I will reiterate that there's a reason the professionals get paid, and if you're not into learning by doing and potentially making mistakes, it's always best to hire a professional, even for something as simple as setting up a new washing machine. That said, this is a pretty simple job. The hardest part is getting it here, getting in and out of the van and down the steps. I went with the steps. I have a handy dandy Costco dolly, and I happen to have a housemate that I'm renting a room to in front, and they happen to be home and available to help me wheel this thing in after getting it out of the van. That was very helpful. I could do it by myself, but definitely a lot handier with 2 people to do a job like that. I am attempting to both talk to you and plug in this plug here. You can see my very old corroded outlet, and it's not working so well because I apparently can't do 2 things at once. Anyway, so I've got it plugged in. I've got the water, hot and cold, hooked up. I'm going to hook this into my gray water system. I need to move a little closer. I'm going to pretty soon put it in place, but for right now, you can't really tell because it's still kind of dirty around here, but I did clean it up back there and under there. Start with a nice clean slate. Uh-oh, I do see a problem, which is that this is quite high. See how that wants to sit up? And I don't know if that's going to want to shoot out when I see this has got something attached to it. I'm just going to use that jury rigged, as my mother would say, to that for right now to hold it in there while I push it back. But before I do that, I'm going to turn this water on and make sure there's no leaks. So, moment of truth. We go hot. Uh-oh. My faucet's a little leaky. It's not a good sign. No, I think that was on its way to being leaky before. It's definitely leaky though. That's no good. Maybe it's that obviously I need a new faucet. Well, let's see. I got it just open a little bit and it seems to have stopped leaking. So, see if we can test out this washer. I'll turn the cold on a lot. Uh-oh. That's leaking up here. All right, well then. We've got leaks. I will be back. It's time to get the pliers and maybe some new washers. So it's not uncommon. And again, why people hire professionals, because they deal with all these leaks. And lucky for me, I have tile floor, so it's not a big deal at all if I spill some water. In fact, it kind of helps me clean the floor. But if you have carpet, it's a whole nother deal, obviously, to get water everywhere. So if you are doing a washing machine change out, always want to make sure you have lots of towels and containers around, because all the hoses fill up with water, and on the taking it off and the putting on, there can be leaks, like I'm just showing here. I'm going to take this wrench to this and see if I can get rid of this leak or not, or whether I have to back up. See if I can pause you and maybe come back. I've failed in the past because my camera shuts off, but in any case, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be right back. Success with the handy dandy channel locks. Rusty as they are, still work just fine. We have the water now back on and no leaking, hot and cold, no leaking over there. I'm gonna scooch this back. We're gonna have a moment of truth before I try to wash my king size comforter. I've been waiting a while. I bought this thing just for that. I'm happy with this so far. I'm a little nervous about this gray water exchange. And I might have just heard some water leak in there. I'm gonna have to move this over, I think, from where I had it, which is doable. High time for some rearranging. As you see, I didn't clean up my messes or anything. Wanted to show you the real, because that's how I like to do it. But it is a little messy around here. It's all good. I think this is gonna work out fine for right now, for the test, and then I'm gonna move it around. All right, let's see. For starters, I don't even know how this thing works. We take the price tag off of it. Maybe not yet. We wait. No, let's see. I did notice that this has a weird, it says deep water wash and auto sensing water level. Well, we'll hope that works. We got 1 rinse, 2 rinses with fabric softener and without. We're gonna do 1 rinse without. And let's try normal wash, warm, start. Oh, it stops when I open it. So I'm gonna have to, no. It's got a deep little trigger there. I'm not gonna be able to trick it. Things you learn about your washing machine right from the bat. Not sure about that. I'm gonna check and see if it actually does warm. Sounds a little loud. I did get a 30-day warranty, even though I bought it used, so it says it's sensing. That's gonna be tricky with a nothing in it. I'm gonna have to pause you and go get some stuff to put in it.